Hi, in this video, we're going to be using our Inspire calculator to help us match tables, points, and graphs to given equations. When I look at number 1, it says the tables of ordered pair represent some points on the graphs of f and g. Which set of equations models lines f and g? Okay, what we could do is we could type each of these equations into our graph. So I could come here and I could type in the first equation, 1.75x plus 3.5, and I could graph that, and then I could go look at my table, Control T to get my table, and I could check, does 2 go to 7? Yes, it does. Does 4 go to 10.5? Yes, it does. Does 7 go to 15.75? Yes. Does 11 go to 22.75? Yes, it does. So I can see that this line right here, this 1.75x, is line F. Okay, and I have that on both A and C. So we have found line F. Okay, I still need to find line G. I'm going to show you one other way to do that, in case you don't want to type in each one, because it might be, in this case, there's only 2 to choose from, but it could be all 4 that you have to type in. So another way we could do it is we can go to grab another page, so Control Doc, and you'll get another page. And what I chose is let me actually do that from scratch. Control Doc, escape. Okay, and under lists and spreadsheets, okay, you can open up like a little, kind of like an Excel spreadsheet. And we're going to arrow up and name that first column X. And then the second column, we're going to name Y. And I'm just hitting the tab button to go between them. Okay, then I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to type in my X. So we've already found F. I'm going to find G. So -3, -2, 1, and 4. Then I'm going to put what goes with them. So -3 goes with 4, -2 goes with 0, 1 goes with -12, and 4 goes with -24. Okay, then I'm going to arrow over and I'm going to go back up and I'm going to hit menu. I'm going to do some statistics, number 4, and we're going to do some calculations. So 4-1. Now these are lines, so we're gonna be trying to find our equation in mx plus b form. So this number 3 is the one we want to choose, the one that says mx plus b, because that's the way we're used to it. For my x list, we named that first column x. We named the second column y, and then we can click OK. Notice it tells me my m is 4, my b is -8. So when we're doing y equals mx plus b, y equals, it says my m is -4, plus my b is -8. So that is line G. So I have a -4 minus 8. This is line G. My answer is A. So either method works. You can put each one in and see which one gives you that table, or you can use what's called a linear regression. Okay? So when I look at number 2 is very similar. I only have 2 points. And I say it's similar even though we don't have a table, because hopefully we realize that I could think of those 2 points as an x, y. I could make them into a table where my x is -26 and my y is -11 and my x is 39 and my y is 34. Okay, so if I used a calculator page and then I want to test this one to see if it works, or sorry, not a calculator page, a graph page. And you can open up as many pages as you want. If it starts to get overwhelming up here, I've already got 6 little documents open. You can always go home, click your home button, and go to number 1 and don't save the old one and start fresh. And I'm going to go with a graph, and I'm going to type in this negative 9/13 x plus 7. And then when I hit my Control T to look at my table, and then I realize, oh, I'm going to have to scroll all the way to negative 26, and then I'm going to have to scroll all the way to, there's negative 26. Oh, nope. So that doesn't work. Okay. Shouldn't have actually exited that out because I'm going to need to look at it for the next one. So this one doesn't work. Okay. So again, we can try that with all 4, or we could just use our calculator to just give us which is the correct one. By getting ourselves Control Document, I'm going to grab myself a list sheet. And again, if you don't remember Control Document, you can always go home and just start fresh and don't save the old one. And we want a list and spreadsheet. We're going to name our first column X and our second column Y. And then my X value is negative 26, and it goes with negative 11. And then my next X value is 39. Tab, it goes with 34. I'm going to hit enter, and then arrow over and up, menu, statistics, stat calculations, and we're looking for a line, so I know it's a linear regression with mx plus b. Oops, I lost it. Mx plus b. We use x for the x column, tab, y for the y column, tab, and enter. And I can see I have this m that's kind of a weird m. Okay, my m there is 0.692308. X plus b is 7. So I know it's y equals this x plus 7. It's a positive this, right? So it's not going to be a negative. So it has to be 9/13 x, and then we see it is a plus 7, so my answer here is C. And I didn't have to go through and type in the extra problems. Okay, let's look at number 3. At number 3, especially when you have really weird numbers like this, it's definitely going to be better to try to use the regression. Okay, I am going to start fresh, so I'm going to go home, grab myself a new document, not save the old one, and grab myself a list and a spreadsheet. In my first column, I'm going to do X, tab, Y, tab, arrow down, and then I'm just going to fill this table in. So 2.25, 2.5, 2.75, 3.00, it might just change that to 3, yep it did, 3.25, 3.5, and 3.75. Then I'm going to match everything up. 2.25 goes with 145. 2.5 goes with 154. 2.75 goes with 168. 3 goes with 172. 3.25 goes with 160. And 3.5 goes with 137. And 3.75 goes with 126. Okay, now this time we have to do it a little bit differently, because if we read our problem, we see that this problem is not a line, and if you look at your points, you can see it's not a line. Okay, it does tell me it's a quadratic function. So when I look at this one and I try to find my regression, I need to do it for a quadratic function. So when I hit menu and I go to number 4, statistics, and I go to number 1, calculations, oops, cancel, menu, number 4, stat calculations, number 1. This time I want to do a quadratic regression because it's that parabola shape. Okay, I've got an X, tab, a Y, tab, and enter. And I can see, that it's hard to see. Let's see if it'll let me arrow over. If I put my cursor, if I hover over here, I can see it's ax squared plus bx plus c, which y'all are used to seeing that. ax squared plus bx plus c. And they're telling me the a is negative 60.381 x squared, plus b is 348.143, plus c is negative 334.19. So plus a negative, that's really just a negative. And then we just have to figure out which one of these is our answer, and it looks like it's going to be B. Okay, so hopefully that helps using your quadratic regressions. There's also exponential regressions. Remember when your graph looks something not like a U, but just like part of a U, like a curved L kind of shape. So you have your quadratics, you have your linears, and you have your exponentials. So just make sure you're paying attention to which one you need to do your regression. All right? If you have any questions, make sure you ask your teacher or your tutor. Thank you so much for watching.